Can you sell your home if you've never updated it? I have a great story for you. Now, this might not have been a great story for my seller. However, it was definitely a learning experience. So this was a home I was invited into. When I walked in, everything was pretty much original. So the house was built in the 70s and the kitchen was the same. The bathrooms were the same. And the owners had lived there for about 17 years. So literally in 17 years, the buyers had not done any maintenance. Everything was old. And when I went and talked to the seller, he really did not notice that nothing had been taken care of because he'd been living like that. And he really didn't have any concerns or any issues with it. And he felt like because he had no issues with it, nobody else should have any issues with it. And it was very difficult for me to explain in a very kind, compassionate way that the house actually did need a lot of work and buyers were not willing to pay a lot for a home that had no maintenance done. So the furnace was old, the air was old, so the roof had been replaced because the association had them do it. Other than that, everything was the same. In addition, they had a leak years and years prior and you could see the watermark on the ceiling. And I said, hey, what is that watermark from? Oh, we fixed that about 10 years ago. And I said, well, you didn't paint the ceiling. He said, we didn't really need to. This house had no updates done to it and no maintenance done to it, yet we still sold it. When I talked to the seller about the price, he was not believing me. He did not believe what I was telling him where the price needed to be. And so he said, no, I want to price it where I want to price it at. And I said, okay, let's do that. Now, as everybody knows, I always talk about the price cannot be too high. It is a kiss of death. And usually if the price is too high, as a listing agent, I will lose the listing because the sellers do believe that the reason the house isn't sold is because of me and not the price. However, it is the price. I was lucky enough where I had a fantastic seller. He was kind, caring, compassionate, and we were a team together. And he really wanted it to list it at this high price, which is probably about $150,000 where it was going to sell. But I said, okay. So after about a month, I knew our price was too high and I went to him, I laid it out for him and I said, listen, we're not getting any offers. We're not getting any people who are interested in the house because the price is too high. So he didn't quite understand that, but I did get him to do a price reduction and then another price reduction and then another price reduction. 10 months later, yes, we were on the market for 10 months and we had to keep reducing the price and I had to keep explaining that the reason the house wasn't sold was because of the price. 10 months later, we ended up finally getting an offer. The way we got an offer is because we actually went below the value of the house. And so when we went down just a touch below, what ended up happening? We got multiple offers and we sold above our list price and we've been on the market for 10 months. So when we're talking about selling a home that isn't updated or selling a home that you haven't done anything with, you have to price your home correctly. That is all there is to it. Every home will sell. If I put $1 on that home, put it in the MLS, taken great pictures, done the marketing for it, the buyers would have bid up the price to where the value of the home should have been, which is where it exactly would have been. Any home will sell if you put a low price on it, correct? The key is to maximize it. So how do you maximize it? First of all, if you have not done your maintenance on your house, I highly recommend that you have to do that. A home that isn't updated will sell, but a home that needs a lot of work, like new windows, new furnace, new air, new roof, all of those things can make it really difficult to sell. Now, by replacing all these things right before you go on the market, you probably won't get your money out. But if you're doing it over time, then that is how you make it worth your while because you get to live with it and then the buyers get it as well, a newer version of it. You want to make sure you're doing your maintenance over time, not right before you go on the market because it will not be financially feasible for you. So any home can sell if you put the right price on it and you will never hear an objection. So when we got down right below market value, we didn't hear any more objections. Nobody said that the house was old or that there was no maintenance that had been done because all objections can be overcome with price. It's true, I swear it. So I hope this has explained to you how yes, you can sell your home if you have not updated it, but it has to be priced correctly. It's got to be priced correctly. If you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead, like and subscribe, click down below. I'd love to have you watching these videos every week, every time we put something out. I do not want you to miss it. And as I always say, if you know, you know.